Stop leaking capital through small convenience fees. Every $3 charge is a tactical strike against your long-term compound interest. Audit your statements, identify the parasitic drains, and reclaim your financial sovereignty starting today. The house always wins until you stop playing. Retailers use complex pricing psychology to trigger your impulse response. That discount isn't a saving, it's a calculated extraction of your liquidity. Master the friction of waiting 24 hours before any purchase to neutralize their biological marketing tactics. Subscription models are designed for forgetfulness. You are currently subsidizing platforms you haven't accessed in months. This is a passive wealth drain. Cancel the overlap, consolidate your digital overhead, and redirect that recaptured capital into productive, appreciating assets immediately. Inflation is the silent thief of your purchasing power. Holding excessive cash is a guaranteed loss in real terms. You must transition from a consumer mindset to an owner mindset. Hedge your labor by acquiring hard assets that resist currency devaluation. Your attention is the most valuable commodity in the digital age. Algorithms are engineered to keep you scrolling while they monetize your data. Reclaim your time. Every hour lost to mindless consumption is an hour stolen from your legacy. The extended warranty is a bet against yourself. Statistically, the cost of the plan far exceeds the probability of a claim. Self-insure by building an emergency fund. Stop paying the peace-of-mind tax to multi-billion-dollar retailers. Credit card points are breadcrumbs leading you to the slaughterhouse. High-interest debt is a subscription to poverty. Break the cycle by paying balances in full. Stop financing a lifestyle you haven't earned at 29% interest rates. Generic medications are chemically identical to branded versions at a fraction of the cost. You are paying for the font on the box, not the cure. Demand bioequivalency and stop subsidizing the massive advertising budgets of big pharma. Bulk buying is a fallacy if the product spoils. Warehouse clubs monetize your overestimation of need. If you throw away 30% of what you buy in bulk, the unit price is irrelevant. Buy only what you actually consume. True wealth is the ability to ignore the crowd. Market volatility is a feature, not a bug. When others panic, stay disciplined. Your strategy should be built on mathematics and long-term horizons, not the daily fluctuations of emotional traders. Financial literacy is the ultimate defensive weapon. Without it, you are a target for every predatory lender and marketing firm. Invest in your own education first. Knowledge pays the highest dividend and cannot be seized by any external force. Luxury goods are often poor-quality signals of wealth. Real millionaires prioritize utility and longevity over brand logos. Stop trying to look rich while staying broke. Build a foundation of invisible equity before you worry about visible status symbols. The latte factor isn't about the coffee, it's about the habit of unconscious spending. Small, recurring leaks sink big ships. Quantify your daily micro-expenses over 10 years and you will see the true cost of your morning routine. Taxes are your largest lifetime expense. Understanding the difference between tax evasion and legal tax avoidance is critical. Structure your affairs to minimize the drag on your capital. Every dollar saved from the taxman is a dollar earned. Automation is the secret to wealth. If you have to remember to save, you will eventually fail. Set up automatic transfers to your investment accounts. Remove the human element of discipline and let the system build your future. Diversification is a hedge against ignorance. Concentration is how wealth is created, but diversification is how it is protected. Ensure your portfolio can survive multiple failure points across different sectors, currencies, and geographic jurisdictions. Debt for assets is leverage. Debt for consumption is a trap. Never borrow money for something that goes down in value. Use credit as a tool to amplify growth, not as a crutch to sustain an inflated lifestyle. The most dangerous words in finance are "this time is different." Human nature never changes, and cycles always repeat. Learn history to recognize the patterns of bubbles and crashes. Protect yourself by staying grounded in fundamental reality. Time is your only non-renewable resource. Spending time to save money has a limit. Spending money to save time has infinite upside. Outsource low-value tasks and focus your energy on high-leverage activities that move the financial needle. Your circle determines your ceiling. Surround yourself with people who discuss ideas and assets, not people and drama. Peer pressure is expensive. If your friends encourage spending instead of building, it is time for a new circle. Insurance should cover catastrophes, not inconveniences. Raise your deductibles to lower your premiums and invest the difference. Only insure what you cannot afford to lose. Everything else is just a wasted premium on a low-probability event. The best investment you can make is in your health. Medical debt is the leading cause of bankruptcy. Proper nutrition and exercise are financial strategies. A healthy body allows for a longer productive horizon and higher lifetime earnings. Free services are never free, your data is the product. Every like and share builds a profile that brokers sell to the highest bidder. Protect your digital footprint. Privacy is no longer a right, it is a premium asset. Fear and greed are the two enemies of the investor. Fear makes you sell low, greed makes you buy high. Develop a system that ignores both. Discipline is the bridge between your financial goals and your actual reality. Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. It works best when you leave it alone. Stop checking your accounts every hour. Patience is the price of admission for long-term wealth. Let the math do the heavy lifting. Owning your home is an expense. Owning someone else's home is an asset. Don't confuse where you live with an investment. Ensure your portfolio includes income-producing real estate if you want to reach true financial independence. The stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. Stop chasing the next hot tip. Invest in broad market indexes and stay the course. Simplicity beats complexity in every backtest ever conducted. Negotiation is a skill that pays thousands per hour. Never accept the first offer, whether it's for a salary or a car. The person most willing to walk away always has the power. Practice the art of silence. An emergency fund is not an investment, it is insurance. It should be liquid and boring. Having 6 months of expenses in the bank gives you the courage to take risks and the stability to survive downturns. Net worth is what you own, cash flow is how you live. Focus on building streams of income that arrive while you sleep. True freedom is when your passive income exceeds your monthly expenses. That is the finish line. Avoid lifestyle creep at all costs. When your income goes up, your expenses should stay the same. Invest the surplus. This creates a widening gap of wealth that accelerates your path to freedom and provides a massive safety buffer. The marketing of new is a trap. Most upgrades are incremental and unnecessary. Use your tools and technology until they truly fail. The most sustainable and profitable device is the one you already own and have fully paid for. Education doesn't stop at graduation. The world is changing faster than ever. If you don't spend an hour a day learning, you are becoming obsolete. Skills are the currency of the 21st century. Keep your mind sharp. The biggest risk is not taking one. Playing it safe in a changing economy is the fastest way to get left behind. Calculated risks are necessary for growth. Study the odds, hedge your downside, and pull the trigger. Track every penny. You cannot manage what you do not measure. Use a simple spreadsheet or an app to categorize your spending. The awareness alone will naturally reduce your waste and help you find hidden capital for investing. Beware of expert advice. Most financial pundits have an agenda. Look at their incentives before you follow their leads. The only person truly invested in your financial success is you. Do your own due diligence and stay skeptical. Minimalism is a financial strategy. By wanting less, you become richer instantly. Focus on quality over quantity. A cluttered house is a sign of cluttered finances. Clear the physical space to make room for mental and financial growth. Social media is a highlight reel, not reality. Don't compare your behind the scenes with someone else's front of house. Comparison is the thief of joy and the primary driver of unnecessary consumer spending. Stay focused on your own path. The system is designed to keep you in debt. From student loans to mortgages, the path is paved for you to be a lifelong debtor. Refuse to follow the script. Live below your means and prioritize your freedom above all. Financial peace is not a destination, it's a practice. It requires daily choices and long-term vision. Stay consistent with your habits, protect your capital from predators, and never stop learning. The future belongs to those who prepare today. Sales tax and fees are often hidden in plain sight. Always calculate the total out-the-door price before committing. Small percentages add up over a lifetime. Be the person who reads the fine print and questions the extra charges. Renting can be a strategic move. Don't buy a home just because society says you should. If renting allows you more mobility and more capital to invest in higher return assets, it is the mathematically superior choice for your wealth. Your car is a depreciating asset that costs you insurance, gas, and maintenance. Avoid the trap of new car smell. Buy used, pay cash, and drive it into the ground. A car is a tool for transport, not a status symbol. Philanthropy is a pillar of wealth. Giving back keeps you in a mindset of abundance. Set aside a percentage for causes you believe in. It provides perspective and ensures that your pursuit of money doesn't cost you your soul. Prepaying for services is often a loss of liquidity. Unless there is a significant discount, keep your money in your own account until the service is rendered. You are not a bank for your service providers. Maintain your capital. The holiday season is a marketing blitz designed to make you overspend. Create a budget months in advance. Memories are built on time and connection, not on expensive gifts financed by credit cards at high interest rates. Your career is your primary engine of wealth. Negotiate your value and keep your skills updated. Don't be loyal to a company that wouldn't hesitate to replace you. Be loyal to your own professional growth and financial stability. Scams are evolving with technology. If it sounds too good to be true, it is. Never rush into an investment. Scammers use urgency to bypass your logic. Take your time, ask hard questions, and protect your hard-earned principal. Travel doesn't have to be expensive. Use points strategically and travel during the off-season. Experiences are valuable, but don't go into debt for a vacation. The stress of the debt will outweigh the joy of the trip. Legacy is about more than money. It's about values. Teach your children the principles of capital and labor. Ensure that your wealth is a blessing for future generations, not a curse that robs them of their drive and ambition. Audit your utility bills. Small leaks in your home or inefficient appliances are constant drains on your monthly cash flow. Invest in efficiency to lower your overhead. Every dollar saved on bills is a dollar added to your freedom. The free trial is a psychological hook. They hope you'll forget to cancel. Set a calendar alert immediately after signing up. Better yet, use a virtual card with a spending limit to prevent unexpected charges from hitting your account. Financial clutter creates mental fog. Organize your passwords, statements, and estate plans. Knowing exactly where everything is gives you a sense of control and allows you to make better decisions under pressure. Stay organized, stay solvent. Eating out is a major wealth killer. Master the art of simple cooking at home. You can eat better for a third of the price. Reserve restaurants for special occasions where the experience matches the inflated cost of the meal. Beware of the sunk cost fallacy. Just because you've already spent money on something doesn't mean you should keep spending. If an investment or a project is failing, cut your losses and move your capital to a more productive area. Peer-to-peer lending and alternative investments can offer higher returns but come with higher risks. Never invest more than you can afford to lose. Keep the core of your wealth in proven, liquid assets and only gamble with the periphery. Retirement is not an age, it is a financial number. Once your assets generate enough income to cover your life, you are retired. Focus on hitting that number as fast as possible to unlock the ultimate luxury. Complete control of your time. The price of an item is not just the dollars, it is the hours of your life required to earn those dollars. Before buying, calculate the life cost. Ask yourself if that gadget is worth 40 hours of your labor. Usually, it isn't. Estate planning is essential for everyone, not just the wealthy. A clear will and power of attorney protect your family and ensure your assets are distributed according to your wishes. Don't leave your legacy to the state's default rules. The journey to wealth is a marathon, not a sprint. Celebrate the small wins but stay focused on the horizon. Consistency is the secret sauce. Keep your habits tight, your mind sharp, and your goals clear. You've got this. Loyalty programs are designed to keep you spending with one brand even when better value exists elsewhere. Don't let a few points dictate your consumer choices. Be a mercenary for value and shop where the math actually makes sense. The impulse to upgrade your phone every year is a manufactured desire. Most new features are marginal and offer no real return on investment. Extend the life of your hardware and invest the thousands saved into appreciating assets. Interest rates are the gravity of the financial world. When they rise, asset prices feel the weight. Understand the macroeconomic environment to time your major purchases and investments. Don't fight the central banks. Align your strategy with the trend. Home maintenance is a hidden tax on homeowners. Set aside 1% of your home's value annually for repairs. Anticipating these costs prevents them from becoming financial emergencies that force you into high-interest debt or predatory loans. The fear of missing out is a dangerous psychological trigger in investing. If everyone is talking about an asset at a dinner party, you are likely too late. Wait for the blood in the streets to buy, not the hype. Convenience is a product sold at a premium. Pre-cut vegetables, delivery apps, and express shipping are small leaks that drain your surplus. Trade a little of your time for significant savings and keep your capital for high-leverage opportunities. Currency exchange booths at airports are predatory. They offer the worst rates and high hidden fees. Use a local ATM or a digital bank with mid-market rates. Never pay a 15% convenience tax just to get off the plane. Bottled water is one of the greatest marketing scams in history. You are paying for plastic packaging and logistics at a 2,000% markup. Carry a reusable flask and stop subsidizing the environmental and financial waste of the plastic cartel. The minimum payment on a credit card is a trap designed to keep you in perpetual debt. It covers the interest while barely touching the principal. Always pay the full balance to keep the bank's hand out of your future. Time is the ultimate currency. You can always make more money, but you can never reclaim a lost hour. Audit your life to ensure you aren't trading your most precious asset for meaningless consumer goods or low-value digital entertainment. Brand loyalty in pharmaceuticals is a tax on the uninformed. Check the active ingredients. If the generic is identical, the brand name is just expensive cardboard. Choose the science over the marketing and keep the difference in your pocket. Free software often harvests your behavior for profit. If you aren't paying with money, you are paying with your privacy and mental clarity. Evaluate the true cost of free and consider paid alternatives that respect your data and focus. Planned obsolescence is a strategy to force frequent replacements. Support companies that prioritize repairability and offer long-term support. If you can't open it or fix it, you don't truly own it. You're just renting it until it breaks. Digital tipping screens use social pressure to extract extra capital for basic counter service. Tipping is for exceptional service, not for the act of a transaction. Resist the guiltware and maintain control over your discretionary spending at the checkout. Precision in your finances mirrors precision in mechanics. A single loose gear can ruin a watch. A single unmonitored subscription can derail a budget. Regularly inspect the internal workings of your cash flow to ensure maximum efficiency and growth. Subscription overlap is a passive drain on your wealth. You don't need 3 different streaming services for the same genre. Audit your digital overhead monthly. Cut the dead weight and redirect that liquidity into your investment portfolio immediately. Gym memberships thrive on your absence. They monetize the gap between your aspirations and your actions. If you haven't gone in 3 weeks, cancel it. Pay for what you actually use, not for the version of yourself you're not becoming. The bulk buying fallacy leads to waste. Buying 10 gallons of milk because it's cheaper per ounce is a loss if 3 gallons expire. Only buy in bulk for non-perishables. Stop letting warehouse clubs dictate your kitchen inventory and your waste. Smart appliances often collect more data than they provide value. Connectivity adds a point of failure and a privacy leak to your home. Consider if your toaster really needs Wi-Fi. Sometimes analog simplicity is the ultimate security and financial wisdom. The vault of knowledge is where true wealth begins. Understanding the history of money and the mechanics of capital gives you an unfair advantage. Stop chasing trends and start studying the timeless principles that govern the flow of global wealth. Auto insurance loyalty rarely pays. Companies often raise rates on existing customers while offering deals to new ones. Shop your rate every 6 months. Loyalty to a corporation is a cost. Loyalty to your own balance sheet is a profit. Cashback cards are useful only if you never carry a balance. If you pay $1 in interest to earn 2 cents in rewards, you are losing. Don't let the lure of free money trick you into high-interest consumer debt cycles. Student loans are the only debt that follows you to the grave. Evaluate the return on investment for any degree before signing the papers. If the starting salary doesn't justify the debt load, the education is a financial liability, not an asset. Gifts should be an expression of love, not a financial burden. Resist the pressure to overspend on holidays or birthdays. True connection isn't bought with a credit card. Set clear boundaries and focus on meaningful experiences over expensive objects. The sale price is only a discount if you were already planning to buy the item. Buying something you don't need just because it's 30% off is a 70% loss of your capital. Ignore the red tags and stay disciplined. Financial advisors who earn commissions have a conflict of interest. They are incentivized to sell you products, not to grow your wealth. Look for fee-only fiduciary advisors who are legally obligated to put your interests first. Always follow the incentives. Owning a pet is a significant long-term financial commitment. Factor in food, vet bills, and insurance before bringing a companion home. A pet is a family member, but also a decade-long recurring expense that requires a dedicated budget line. The stock market is not a casino, but many treat it like one. Day trading is a zero-sum game where the house and the algorithms usually win. Wealth is built through time in the market, not by trying to time the market. Renting out a room or house hacking is one of the fastest ways to accelerate wealth. By letting someone else pay your mortgage, you turn your largest expense into a source of equity. Use your living situation as a springboard for financial freedom. High net worth is meaningless without liquidity. Being asset-rich and cash-poor leaves you vulnerable to market shocks. Ensure you have enough accessible capital to pivot when opportunities arise or to weather a sudden downturn in the economy. Avoid get-rich-quick schemes. They are designed to transfer wealth from the desperate to the dishonest. Real wealth takes time, discipline, and a deep understanding of value. If it sounds too good to be true, your alarm bells should be ringing. Financial stress is the leading cause of relationship failure. Be transparent with your partner about goals, debts, and spending habits. Align your financial vision early to build a solid foundation that can withstand any economic storm together. The cost of smoking or vaping isn't just the price of the pack, it's the lost compound interest and the future medical bills. It is a dual strike against your health and your wealth. Quit today to reclaim your physical and financial future. Energy efficiency is an investment, not an expense. Better insulation and LED lighting pay for themselves through lower monthly bills. Think in years, not months. Small improvements to your environment create permanent reductions in your cost of living. Don't buy a brand new car. It loses 20% of its value the moment you drive it off the lot. Buy a reliable 3-year-old vehicle and let someone else take the massive initial depreciation hit. Let your money work for you, not the dealer. Charity begins at home. Ensure your own financial oxygen mask is on before trying to save the world. You can do more good for others from a position of strength and stability than you ever can from a position of debt and stress. Public transportation and walking are underrated wealth-building tools. The cost of owning a second car is often equivalent to a mortgage payment. Evaluate if you can live with one less vehicle and invest the thousands in savings into your retirement. Library cards provide thousands of dollars in value for free. Books, movies, and courses are available at no cost. Stop buying things you'll only use once. Use your local library to feed your mind without draining your bank account. Financial independence is the ability to say no. It gives you the power to walk away from a toxic job, a bad deal, or an unhealthy relationship. Money is simply a tool that provides you with options and autonomy. The end of one cycle is the beginning of the next. Take what you've learned and apply it daily. Wealth isn't about the numbers, it's about the freedom those numbers provide. Stay vigilant, stay disciplined, and continue to master your capital. Hidden fees in investment funds like expense ratios can eat 30% of your returns over 30 years. Always look for low-cost index funds. Don't let Wall Street middlemen siphon away the fruits of your labor with complex fee structures. Psychological anchoring makes you think a discounted price is a deal. Ignore the original price shown on the tag. Evaluate the item's value based only on what it is worth to you right now. Don't fall for the merchant's anchor. Your emergency fund should be in a high-yield savings account. Don't let your idle cash lose value to inflation in a standard checking account. Make every dollar work, even the ones you are keeping for a rainy day. Refinancing debt can be a powerful tool to lower your interest burden. If rates have dropped since you took your mortgage or loan, check the math on a refinance. Reducing your interest by even 1% can save you tens of thousands. The cost of fast fashion is hidden in its short lifespan. Buying cheap clothes every month is more expensive than buying quality pieces every year. Invest in staples that last. Quality is a form of financial and environmental stewardship. Avoid impulse buying by unsubscribing from marketing emails. They are engineered to create a sense of urgency and need where none exists. If you don't see the sale, you won't feel the need to spend your hard-earned capital. Home equity lines of credit are dangerous if used for consumption. Treat your home's value as a fortress, not a piggy bank. Borrowing against your roof to buy a boat or a vacation is the fastest way to lose your foundation. A high salary is not the same as high wealth. If you earn $200,000 but spend $200,000, you are broke. Focus on your savings rate, the gap between what you earn and what you keep. That is the true measure of success. Estate taxes and probate can liquidate your legacy. Use trusts and proper beneficiary designations to ensure your assets pass smoothly to your heirs. Plan for the inevitable so your family isn't left dealing with lawyers and the state during grief. Financial mastery requires a long-term perspective. The noise of the daily news cycle is designed to keep you reactive. Step back, look at the decades, and stay committed to the fundamentals. Wealth is built in the quiet moments of discipline. Overinsurance is a common waste of capital. If you can afford to replace an item, don't insure it. Reserve insurance for the big hits: health, life, and home. Stop paying premiums on small risks that your emergency fund can easily cover. The convenience of food delivery apps includes hidden markups and service fees that can double the price of your meal. Pick up your own food or cook at home. Stop subsidizing tech companies with your dinner budget. Investing in yourself is the only guarantee of a return. New skills, certifications, and knowledge increase your earning floor regardless of the stock market. You are your own greatest asset. Feed your brain and the money will follow. Beware of interest-free financing. These deals often have clauses that trigger massive backdated interest if you miss a single payment. If you can't afford to pay cash, you can't afford the item. Don't dance on the edge of a debt trap. A budget is not a restriction. It is a permission slip to spend on what matters. By allocating your money intentionally, you remove the guilt of spending and ensure that your capital is supporting your highest priorities and your future freedom. The ownership of digital goods is often a license that can be revoked. Buy physical media or DRM-free files for things you truly value. Don't let a corporate terms of service change delete your library of music, movies, or books. Vices are the most expensive habits you can have. Alcohol, gambling, and tobacco offer temporary pleasure for permanent financial and physical damage. Calculate the lifetime cost of your vices and imagine what that money could buy if invested instead. Master the power of no. Say no to social events you can't afford, no to unnecessary projects, and no to impulse buys. Every no to the trivial is a yes to your long-term goals and your financial peace of mind. Your credit score is a tool for the banks to see how well you can handle debt. It is not a measure of your worth as a person. Use it to get better rates on necessary loans, but don't obsess over it at the expense of your actual bank balance. Success is a slow process of compounding small, correct decisions. There are no shortcuts that don't come with outsized risks. Stay patient, stay consistent, and keep your eyes on the prize. The finish line is closer than it was yesterday. Automatic renewals are the silent killers of your cash flow. Companies count on your inertia to keep charging you for services you no longer use. Take an hour to audit your bank statements and cut the digital parasites draining your future. The marketing of luxury cars focuses on status, but the reality is rapid depreciation. A vehicle loses value every mile you drive. Choose a reliable tool for transport and invest the difference in assets that grow while you sleep. Tax-advantaged accounts are your best friend in the journey to wealth. Maximize your contributions to retirement funds to lower your taxable income. Don't let the government take a bite out of your capital before it has a chance to compound. Beware of the lifestyle upgrade that follows a raise. If your spending grows as fast as your income, you are running on a treadmill. Keep your expenses fixed and use every extra dollar to accelerate your departure from the rat race. Precision in financial planning is like the fine-tuning of a master timepiece. Even a small error in your savings rate can drastically alter your retirement date. Review your numbers quarterly to ensure your trajectory remains aligned with your ultimate goals. Impulse purchases at the checkout line are designed to exploit your decision fatigue. These small items seem insignificant but act as a constant leak in your budget. Practice the rule of silence at the register and keep your capital intact. The cost of convenience in dining is staggering. Preparing meals at home isn't just healthier, it's a massive financial win. Save the restaurant experience for meaningful celebrations rather than making it a default habit that drains your discretionary income. High-yield debt is a weight around your neck. Prioritize paying off credit cards and personal loans before you start aggressive investing. You cannot outearn a 25% interest rate with standard market returns. Kill the debt first. Financial advisors who use jargon are often hiding a lack of substance or high fees. If you can't explain an investment to a 12-year-old, you shouldn't be in it. Complexity is a tool used to keep you dependent. Real wealth is invisible. It's the peace of mind that comes from knowing you are secure. Stop trying to impress people who don't care about you with money you haven't truly secured. Focus on your net worth, not your image. Social pressure to keep up is a recipe for bankruptcy. Your neighbor's new car might be financed by a mountain of debt you can't see. Run your own race and measure your progress against your own goals, not someone else's. The sunk cost fallacy keeps people in bad investments and toxic jobs. If the future outlook is negative, cut your losses immediately. Your past spending is gone, only your future potential matters. Move your capital to where it can grow. Investing in quality tools and clothing saves money over time. Cheap items break and require frequent replacement, which is more expensive in the long run. Buy it once, buy it right, and maintain it to maximize your utility per dollar. Education is a lifelong investment. In a rapidly changing economy, your ability to learn new skills is your greatest security. Spend time every day expanding your knowledge base. The more you learn, the more you can potentially earn. Tracking your net worth once a month provides a high-level view of your progress. It helps you see the big picture beyond the daily fluctuations of your bank balance. Seeing the trend line move upward is the ultimate motivation. Beware of financial products disguised as protection. Most insurance riders and add-ons are high-margin products for the provider and low value for you. Stick to the core, coverage, and self-insure the small risks with your own emergency fund. The ability to delay gratification is the #1 predictor of financial success. If you can wait for what you want, you can afford what you need. Master your impulses, and you will master your financial destiny. Financial literacy should be taught in every home. Don't wait for the school system to educate your children about money. Model good habits and involve them in age-appropriate financial discussions to prepare them for the real world. Your home is where you live, but your investments are where you build. Don't overcapitalize your primary residence at the expense of your liquid portfolio. Ensure you have a balance of assets to maintain flexibility and long-term growth. A disciplined morning routine can prevent expensive late-day decisions. When you start your day with a clear plan, you are less likely to fall for marketing traps or convenience-based overspending. Structure your time to protect your capital. Avoid get-rich-quick schemes and speculative bubbles. Real wealth is built through the steady application of sound principles over time. If a deal sounds too good to be true, it's a trap designed to harvest your greed. Review your insurance policies annually. Your life changes, and your coverage should reflect your current reality. You might be paying for protection you no longer need or leaving yourself exposed in a new area. Stay current, stay protected. Cash flow is the lifeblood of your financial independence. Focus on acquiring assets that provide regular income. When your passive cash flow covers your living expenses, you have officially escaped the treadmill and achieved true freedom. Digital clutter can lead to financial leaks. Unsubscribe from retail newsletters that tempt you with deals you don't need. Clear your digital space to maintain your focus on your long-term goals and avoid mindless consumer spending. The precision of a master watchmaker is required to manage a complex portfolio. Every asset must serve a purpose and contribute to the overall movement of your wealth. Regularly calibrate your investments to ensure they are performing as expected. The true cost of a purchase includes the time you spent researching it. Don't spend 5 hours trying to save $5. Value your time appropriately and focus your energy on high-impact decisions that move the needle. Financial independence gives you the power to speak your truth. When you aren't dependent on a single paycheck, you can stand up for your values. Money is not just currency, it is a tool for personal and professional autonomy. Peer-to-peer influence is the strongest driver of spending. Be mindful of who you spend time with. If your social circle prioritizes appearances over assets, it will be much harder for you to stay disciplined with your own capital. The legacy you leave is built on the habits you practice today. Every decision to save rather than spend is a brick in the foundation of your future family's security. Think in generations, not just in fiscal quarters. Success is the result of thousands of invisible choices. It's the no to the impulse buy and the yes to the investment. Stay consistent with your protocol, and the results will eventually become visible to everyone. Utility costs are a recurring tax on your living space. Small investments in insulation or smart thermostats pay for themselves many times over. Reduce your overhead to increase your surplus and accelerate your path to financial freedom. Beware of the free trial that requires a credit card. It is a psychological trap designed to exploit your forgetfulness. Set a reminder to cancel immediately or use a one-time virtual card to protect your primary account. Financial peace comes from knowing you can handle a crisis. Your emergency fund is the buffer between you and the chaos of the world. Maintain it diligently so you never have to make decisions out of desperation. Eating out for lunch every day can cost you thousands a year. This is convenience at a massive markup. Pack your own lunch and invest the savings. You'll eat better and your bank account will grow significantly. The complexity of your financial life should not exceed your ability to manage it. If you have too many accounts and cards, things will fall through the cracks. Simplify your structure to maintain clarity and control over your capital. Review your subscriptions once a month. It's easy to sign up for a service and forget about it. These small recurring charges add up to a significant annual drain. Be ruthless in cutting what you don't use. True security is having multiple streams of income. Relying on a single source of revenue is a high-risk strategy. Diversify your earnings through investments, side projects, or rental income to build a resilient financial foundation. The cost of an item is the amount of life you trade for it. When you look at a price tag, calculate the hours of work it represents. This perspective shift is the fastest way to curb unnecessary spending and reclaim your time. Estate planning is an act of love for your family. Clear instructions prevent conflict and ensure your assets are handled according to your wishes. Don't leave your legacy to chance. Take the time to plan today. The journey to financial mastery is never truly over. The market changes and you must adapt. Stay curious, stay disciplined, and continue to refine your strategy. The future belongs to those who never stop learning. Market cycles are inevitable. Don't let short-term volatility scare you out of your long-term plan. Stay grounded in the math and the history of the markets. Patience during the downturns is where real wealth is forged. The latte factor is about more than coffee. It's about the small, daily leaks that sink your financial ship. Identify your recurring micro-expenses and decide if they are truly worth the cost of your future freedom. Protect your personal data like it's cash. In the digital economy, your information is a valuable asset. Be careful what you share and who you trust. Privacy is a key component of your overall financial security. Negotiation is a skill that can save you thousands. Don't be afraid to ask for a better rate on your bills or a higher salary. The worst they can say is no, but the upside of a yes is pure profit. The precision of your budget reflects the clarity of your goals. When you know exactly where every dollar is going, you are in total control of your destiny. Regularly audit your spending to stay on the path to mastery. Extended warranties are a statistical trap. The cost of the plan usually far exceeds the likely cost of a repair. Self-insure for small items and keep the premium for yourself. Don't pay the peace of mind tax. Airport currency exchanges offer predatory rates. Use a local bank ATM or a digital card for much better spreads. Never pay a convenience markup to get cash when you travel. Plan ahead and keep your capital. Bottled water is a marketing miracle and a financial disaster. You are paying a 2,000% markup for plastic and convenience. Carry a reusable bottle and stop subsidizing the waste of the bottled water industry. The interest on credit card debt is a subscription to poverty. It compounds against you every single day. Pay your balance in full every month to avoid the bank's hand in your pocket. Break the cycle now. Time is the only asset you can't earn back. Spend it wisely. Ensure your financial goals are aligned with how you actually want to spend your life. True wealth is the freedom to control your own schedule. Brand-name medicines are often identical to generics. You are paying for the marketing and the packaging, not the chemical effect. Check the active ingredients and choose the unbranded version to save on your healthcare costs. Free digital services monetize your behavior. You are the product. Consider the cost to your privacy and mental focus before using free platforms. Sometimes the paid alternative is much cheaper in the long run. Planned obsolescence is a strategy to keep you buying. Support companies that build things to last and allow for easy repairs. If you can't fix it, you're just renting it. Demand quality and repairability from your hardware. Digital tipping screens use social pressure to extract extra money for minimal service. Gratuity should be earned through exceptional effort, not demanded by an app. Resist the guilt and stay in control of your discretionary spending. Precision in mechanics leads to a perfect watch. Precision in finance leads to a perfect life. Pay attention to the smallest details of your cash flow. A single unmonitored leak can derail even the most robust financial plan. Subscription overlap is a waste of capital. Do you really need multiple streaming services for the same content? Audit your digital overhead and cut the services you don't use every week. Redirect that money to your investments. Gym memberships rely on your guilt to keep you paying. If you aren't using the facilities, cancel the subscription. Find a way to stay active that you actually enjoy and stop subsidizing a gym you never visit. Bulk buying is only a deal if you use everything before it expires. Spoiled food is a total loss. Buy in bulk for non-perishables and stick to what you need for fresh items. Don't let the warehouse club entice you into waste. Smart gadgets often add more complexity and privacy risk than they add value. Does your fridge really need an internet connection? Sometimes, the analog version is more durable, more private, and more financially sound. The archive of wisdom is now yours to command. Apply these principles of capital, labor, and time to every decision you make. You have the tools to master your financial destiny. Stay disciplined, stay sharp, and remain free.